Ministry nonsense. But I'm afraid it can't wait.
Regrettably, Headmaster, I have a very busy afternoon scheduled. Surely there must be someone else who can act.
Aside from Minerva, Severus, there are very few in this castle whom I would trust to carry out such a task. Only the most senior members of staff are permitted to conduct a probation review, and conveniently you are both qualified and available.
Your definition of available is alarmingly generous, Albus.
You're in my office, are you not? And no cauldrons appear to be boiling over in your absence.
I'm sure there's still time. Is it not possible that you might reschedule her review for a time when you are available? I'm sure Miss Clearwater would prefer to speak with you directly.
Ordinarily, yes. But there's a schedule to keep, and I dislike leaving a promising young professor in limbo. Timeliness, after all, is a form of respect. Besides, I've already done the lion's share of the work. Notes, observations, feedback from staff and students, performance data. It's all there on the desk. All that's left is for you to read through the summary, ask her a few thoughtful questions, and give her the chance to speak for herself. It's really just a formality at this point. She's clearly more than capable, and the position is hers, should she choose to accept it. You're not conducting an interrogation, Severus. You're simply having a check-in.
I'm not exactly known for my bedside manner, Headmaster.
No, but you are known for your discernment and your honesty, tempered though it sometimes isn't. She respects you, Severus. She listens when you speak. That alone makes your input invaluable. Besides, if there were anything amiss, anything she wasn't saying, you'd notice it before anyone else.
And if there's not?
Then it will be the easiest hour of your day. Ah, that'll be her now. Come in. Good to see you, Professor. Thank you for arriving so promptly. I'm afraid I must trouble you with a slight change of plan. I've just been called away, rather inconveniently, though not unexpectedly. However, I've asked Professor Snape to conduct your probation review in my absence. He's been observing your work closely these past 6 months, in some ways more closely than I, and I trust his judgment entirely. We can, of course, speak informally about the outcome over supper, should you wish. For now, I shall leave you in his very capable hands. Do be kind, Severus. Toodaloo.
He knows something. You should have seen the look on his face when he asked me to do this. It was the same look he gets when someone offers him a tin of crystallized pineapple. Positively gleeful. No, I don't think he knows the whole truth. But he does suspect something. My feelings for you at the very least. And now he's orchestrating these little opportunities, situations, moments for us to be alone together. Last week it was that joint supervision of the second year's potion assessments, which, I might add, could have been done separately. The week before that, the so-called accidental double booking of Greenhouse 2, which he left us to sort out ourselves. And now this, a formal probationary review. Something which in all my 15 years of employment, he has never once entrusted me to carry out before. I suppose we'd better get on with it. For all his interference, he'll still expect the review to be conducted properly. And so it shall be. Have a seat. Sorry. Have a seat. Here it is. As per Hogwarts Staff Charter subsection 14C, probationary faculty must undergo a formal review after 6 months to assess classroom effectiveness, collaboration with colleagues, and overall fitness for tenure. Miss Clearwater, this marks the formal conclusion of your probationary period as herbology professor at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. 6 months during which you were evaluated across key pedagogical and behavioral metrics. You assumed the post following the retirement of Professor Sprout. Your appointment was met with some uncertainty among the staff, given your age and your lack of previous teaching within a magical institution. That uncertainty did not last. Your syllabus is rigorous, but not overwhelming. You do not coddle your students, but neither do you humiliate them. You correct firmly, reward sparingly, and as a result, they work for your approval. Even the Weasley twins. Your record on discipline is notable, in that there have been remarkably few infractions under your watch, not because you're lenient, but because you appear to have cultivated a particular kind of atmosphere, one where students are permitted to feel safe, but not idle, curious, but not foolish. It's a difficult balance. Most professors spend decades failing to find it. You've located it in just your first year. You do not posture. You do not parade your knowledge. And yet, when challenged, you meet the moment and exceed it. I've seen your third-year essays. You've taken a cohort of students who frankly couldn't decipher dandelion from dittany and taught them to write about magical ecosystems with technical precision and original thought. 2 qualities I had rather begun to believe were extinct in that age group. The staff surveys suggest you've been a refreshing presence in the castle. Personally, I find the term vague and irritating, but not inaccurate. You've made an impression on students, colleagues, even house elves. The 4th years cite your lessons as their favorite. I'm told one Hufflepuff referred to you as the sunshine in Greenhouse 3, though that particular Hufflepuff also managed to confuse wolfsbane and wild garlic. So I'd recommend taking it with a grain of salt. You have proven yourself capable in all essential areas of instruction and conduct. You're precise, controlled, and methodical, which makes your occasional recklessness all the more curious. You've handled your responsibilities beautifully. I'm proud of you. Which brings us to the more subjective portion of the review. Have you found the position to be what you expected? The responsibilities? The rhythm? The distractions? No complaints? No professional frustrations? Nothing keeping you awake at night? Interpersonal tensions, then? Any colleague whose proximity complicates your lesson planning? Someone who tests your ability to remain on task? Lingering regrets about accepting the post? Perhaps second-guessing certain extracurricular entanglements? What about personal boundaries? Have you found them flexible? Susceptible to the odd late-night revision? Do you struggle with focus, Miss Clearwater? Say, when distracted by an authority figure who insists on fine detail feedback. And tell me, purely hypothetically of course, how would you rate your capacity to multitask? Could you, for instance, maintain professional decorum while indulging a decidedly unprofessional impulse? Because from where I'm sitting, you appear alarmingly capable. Last question. Off the record. Exactly how long do you intend to keep testing the limits of my self-control with that foot of yours? Congratulations, Miss Clearwater. If it suits you, I shall be recommending your permanent appointment to the post. I require a signature. If you can possibly bring yourself to stop stroking your evaluator's inner thigh long enough to provide one. Don't. I know that look. It's the same look you gave me in my private store just before we made a supremely inappropriate decision. Absolutely not. It's completely out of the question. What happened in the storeroom was an immense risk, beyond dangerous. What you're suggesting now is complete lunacy. You're insane. It's the headmaster's office. He could return at any moment. And whilst he may well have orchestrated our alone time today, I'm not entirely convinced he'd be particularly forgiving if he walked in to find us defiling his desk. There are portraits, a pair of eyes hanging from every bloody wall. I know most of them are empty, but that one is definitely pretending to be asleep. You're impossible. Come here. Sit on my lap. What is it exactly that turns you on so much? Is it the rule breaking? Does little Miss Ravenclaw, the epitome of school-approved virtue, crave the chance to do something forbidden? Does being so very good all day leave you starved for something wicked? Perhaps it's the thought of being seen, of being heard, of someone watching you as I claim you in ways that would make the portraits blush. Perhaps it's simply the thrill of knowing I'll give in no matter how many lines you make me cross. You know how hard I try to resist. And still, one suggestive smile, one lingering touch, and I forget who I am. Forget what's at stake. Forget everything but you. I fold for you like parchment in your hands. Every single time. Maybe it's the power that gets you off. my little temptress. If you really want me to indulge your wicked whims, to completely throw out the rule book for you, you're going to have to ask me extremely nicely. Not bad, but I know you can do so much better than that. Face the desk. No, not there. Here. Facing away from the door. If you want to take risks so badly, we'll take the ultimate risk. I want you with absolutely nowhere to hide. Now slide your knickers down to your knees and get those elbows on the desk. I want to see every immaculate inch of you. Look over your shoulder and ask me again. Sweetly, explicitly, with your pretty, needy petals just crying out for my attention.